celebrity trainer Andrea Orbeck. I'm also a pre, peri, and postnatal fitness specialist. Now, we all know what a marathon pregnancy and childbirth can be. The changes in hormones, coupled with all the muscle stretches, and that extra baby weight can really take a toll on a mom's body. Postnatal yoga is just the thing for building up your strength and getting your flexibility back. Doing this series of stretches at least 2 to 3 times a week will really help open up your frame, realign your spine, and help you start putting your pre-baby body back. Remember to take nice, deep breaths throughout the movement and take care to keep those breaths flowing evenly. Don't hold your breath at any time during this sequence. So if you need to modify during any movements in this series, please refer to Christina. She's going to be demonstrating the modifications. So here's the setup. Stand with your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Roll your shoulders back, nice open posture. Raise your hands above the head and aim to stretch the ribs out of the hips. Take a nice big deep breath. And as you exhale, open swan arms and hinge down to the ground. Stay in this position, eventually cupping your hands into your elbows. With your knees bent, I want you to flow and rotate from side to side, swinging gently through your hips. One and back into the center, releasing your hands, straighten your knees, and as you do so, reach right up to the top with your palms facing together. Very good. Now, stretching your arms up nice and tall, take a big deep breath, and as you exhale, tilt to the side. Now, please aim to keep your arms nice and straight as you stretch the ribs away from the hips. Very good. Now, keep your quads nice and strong with your legs straight and stable. Take a big inhale, and return right back to the top. Very good. So now we're going to go to the other side again. Reach up, inhale, exhale, tilt to the other side. Very good. Stay strong in your legs. Make sure your arms are straight. You should be able to feel that stretch between the ribs and the hips. One more inhale. And as you exhale, return to the top. Very good. Now release the hands again in swan and hinge at the hips down to the ground. Good. Cupping the palms facing up again on the elbows. Go ahead and give me those swings. Nice and gentle from side to side. You should be able to start to feel the back, the lower spine, and the hamstrings open up. Very good. One more time, one side. Last time, the other side. Now return to the center, releasing the elbows, swan arms up, nice and tall. Exhale and reach back nice and far, however safe. You don't want to go too far. You just want to feel a gentle stretch in your lower back and your abs. One more breath duration, and as you exhale, back to center. Open your arms and start to swing right back down to the bottom. Now once you're here, bend your knees, placing your hands on the outside of each foot. Gently walk one foot back and then the other into a plank. I want you to slowly lower your torso into the ground with your elbows close to your ribs. Point your toes and lift on up into upward facing dog. Your quads should be off the mat in this position to stretch your chest and your abdominals. Now from here, turn the toes in and lift your hips into a V formation as you stretch and aim to put your elbows straight and your heels on the ground. Now bend alternating knees to stretch the calves, bend one side and then the other. Very good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, very good, and 1. Now both heels are on the mat. Go ahead and stretch. Elongate the arms towards the mat. Let the head hang. With your heels pressed down in this down dog position, start to transition into a plank. That is, you want your body straight as a plank, your abs tucked in, nice and strong, shoulders down and back. Lift a leg, hold in posture, and then walk that foot through so that it sits beside the front hand. Drop your heel and turn your toe out. Now with really strong quads, go ahead and reach your hands up like a rainbow up to the top. Good, so this is a warrior 1. Now in this position on your next breath, I want you to inhale, and as you exhale, travel the knee forward ever so gently. You should be able to feel the stretch between the back thigh and the front leg. Holding here, windmill your hands back down to the ground, and return to a plank position. Once you're here, lift your tailbone back into downward facing dog, and press your heels down on the ground. One more breath. And as you exhale, return to plank. Hold nice and strong. Lift that leg with stable body. walk your foot through the front. Very good. Place your heel down and turn your toe out slightly. With a nice strong position, roll on up like a rainbow. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, gently travel the front knee forward. Not too much. Wonderful. Now take a nice big deep breath and windmill the hands back down to the mat and return to that plank position. Good. Now from there, lift that tailbone and push the heels into the mat into a nice down dog position. Now from here, we're going to go through that one more time, but first we're going to go into plank. Hold here for a moment, pull in your abs, and slowly descend that body right into the ground. Very good. Lifting up your chest, pointing your toes, nice and tall, straight arms. Pull your quads off the mat. Very good. Now on an exhale, transition back to down dog, turning the toes underneath, and lift nice and high. Very good. One breath. As you exhale, go back into plank and lift your leg. Nice and strong. Go ahead and pull the knee in, place it beside the foot, drop the heel and turn it out. Arms out front, nice and strong. Windmill all the way up. Very good. Now from here, travel the knee gently and hold. Take a big deep breath to feel the stretch. And on the exhale, go ahead and circle the hands back down and into plank. Very good. Now into down dog. Lift up the torso, press the heels down, stretch the hands through the front of the mat. And now return back into plank. Opposite leg lifts up. And then from there, pull the knee under your torso and have it land. Turn the heel, toe out, hands off the mat. Now slowly roll on up into first. Inhale, travel the knee forward. You should be able to feel that stretch. Now, go ahead and windmill the hands down, back to the mat, and into a plank. So we're gonna hold here for a moment before we transition. One more breath to hold the abs. And as you exhale, go back in to down facing dog. Very good. Really press the heels down. Get something out of this stretch through your upper, lower back, and your hamstrings. One more breath, inhale, and return to plank. Now from here, lift the leg, hold posture strong, travel the foot through to the front hand, drop your heel, turn the toe out, arms are strong, facing forward, rotate all the way back up into a first position. Now we're gonna go into second warrior with the palms both facing down, travel the knee forward ever so gently. Hold this stretch for one whole breath. Inhale, exhale, sink into the mat to deepen that stretch. Go ahead and windmill your hands back down to the mat and back into plank. Hold for a moment, lower your body, nice, slow and strong, back into the mat. Lift up into upward facing dog, onto your toes, quads are off the mat. Inhale, back into down dog. Turn underneath and get a stretch out of this. Very good. Now one big breath and exhale back into a strong plank. Very good. Lift the opposite leg, walk it through in between the hands, drop the heel and turn out the toe. Arms are straight and strong. Rotate up into first warrior and then slowly open your arms, both palms facing down. One big breath and travel the knee forward. Now stay here for one full breath. Get something out of this stretch, it's so beneficial. One more inhale. Go ahead and windmill your hands back down to the mat, returning to plank. Holding plank, from here we're gonna go right back into warrior two. Lift the leg, pull the knee through, place it between the hands, drop the heel and turn out the toe. Both hands come up. Warrior one, transition arms out, palms facing down, lean ever so slightly into two. One good big breath. And windmill the hands back down to plank. Very good. Hold for a moment, lift the leg, be strong in your posture, walk it through. Drop the heel and turn out the toe. From there, arms out, into warrior one, arms change to two, palms facing down with a breath. Very good. Hold here. Now windmill the hands all the way down. Very good. Now hold in plank. We're gonna alternate one leg lift at a time. Lift one leg, hold, drop down. Here's three. Very good. Last two. Wonderful. And one. Good. Gently set your knees down and go into child's pose, whereby you put your butt on your heels and you straighten your arms. So go ahead and relaxing your shoulders and your back into the mat. Take a nice big last deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll on up onto your hands and your knees. Placing your hands shoulder width apart, curl your toes underneath. With that, I want you to tuck your chin and your tailbone in, lift into a cat-cow position. Hold there for a moment, and now slowly transition and drop the ribs and hips. Lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Inhale, now exhale, go back into the original position. Turn your chin in, turn your tailbone in, lift and stretch like a cat. And then from there, transition one more time. Back into a modified or a full plank, lift on up and then back into down dog position. Very good. And just stretch your heels. Hold it here for 1 or 2 more breaths. Get a lot of stretch out of your back and your hamstrings. Hold it here. Now one more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, return into plank. We're going to do a pigeon stretch that will help open up your glutes. Lifting your leg and then transition the knee underneath your upper body. Drop the knee and go onto your elbows. Now curl that long leg toe up and lift the knee off the mat and press that long leg. Let your head hang and take a big deep breath. Go ahead, exhale. Return onto your hands and back into plank. Lift the opposite leg. Pull the knee underneath the upper body, drop the knee, put the weight into your elbows and wrists. Curl that long leg toe up with your knee off the mat and stretch that long leg into the bent glute. Very good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, return to your hands and back into plank. Last down dog to get into those hamstrings. Press your heels down. Open up your fingers, elongate, hold here. Exhale, go back into plank. Take one leg, step it through the hands, and then take the other leg and step it through the hands. In this position, I want you to slowly roll on up, hand swan dives to the side, and a nice tall posture. Bend your knees as you start to drive your hips back in chair pose. Very good. Reach up with your hands, try and get down nice and low, safe, natural arch in your back. Very good, and now stand all the way back up with your hands down. Good, go ahead and stand with your feet a little bit narrower than shoulder width apart. Roll your shoulders back, find your center of gravity and your balance, and then go ahead and pull that knee right up into your chest. Good. This will be a little bit of a challenge. You're gonna stretch your glutes, all the while trying to find your balance. Last inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and put your foot down. Again, find your balance on the other side, roll your shoulders back. When you have your center of gravity, go ahead and change out knees, up into your chest. Strong leg that finds your balance. Couple breaths here. Last breath, inhale, and on the exhale, go ahead and put your foot down. Very good, good work. So now we're gonna transition ourselves onto the mat for the remainder of the flexibility series. Go ahead and lay flat on your back with your knees bent and your arms out to the side, palms facing down. Once you're in that position, pull your knees together and gently rotate them all the way down to the floor. Once you're there, gently turn your head the opposite direction of your knees and stay there. Take a nice big inhale and exhale while you're stretching. You should be able to feel this in your glutes, your lower back, and your lats. This is a great stretch, especially post-delivery. Now one more breath, inhale. Return your head to the center and pull your knees back in alignment. Very good. So from there, as you start to descend your knees to the opposite side, once they're there, gently turn your head opposite direction. And stay there and just breathe evenly and openly through the stretch. Very good. One last inhale. And as you exhale, return your head to the center and your knees to the center. Very good. So with your hands above your head, in a nice strong motion, I want you to do an abdominal crunch into a seated position. Up you go, rising up through, Very good. So we're going to transition to a nice hamstring stretch. You're going to want to extend one leg, bend the other opposite knee outward with the sole of the foot on the inside of the extended leg thigh. Turn your toes up, nice and neutral, and with a big inhalation and a nice straight back, lean forward into the extended leg. Let your head drop very gently and just stay there for one breath. And on the exhale, further sink into the knee still. Excellent. Slowly transition right up into neutral. Once you're upright, go ahead and switch sides. Extend that leg, opposite foot on the inside of the thigh. Neutral toe aligned with the knee, nice big tall torso, and slowly just gently hinge forward with your hands underneath your calves. One big deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, just fall into gravity, feeling a little gentle stretch. Very good. One more inhalation as you roll up. Now go ahead and put the soles of your feet together with your palms facing down. Roll your shoulders back and walk your tailbone closer to your heels. Once you're there, aim to put your elbows on the inside of your knees and push down a little bit. You should feel a gentle stretch. Big inhale, and as you exhale, just gently rock your torso forward and drop your head. Very good. Stay here for one more deserved big deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll on up to a nice tall position. So once you're here and your muscles are feeling nice and open, roll your shoulder blades back to open up your chest. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll the shoulder blades back and down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale and relax the shoulders. 1 more time. Inhale. Roll the shoulders down. Very good. You did it. I recommend you do these yoga-inspired moves at least 2 to 3 times a week to really boost your strength and flexibility. Great job, everyone. Thanks. Thank you.